have multiple beers on tap. We have a low alcohol menu, a non-alcoholic menu, and then we have some guest beers as well. The bottom line is we want to be very inclusive, and also we have a calendar of events that's chock full with health and wellness stuff, live music, and a bunch of fun things that will let someone really feel engaged in this environment that we created.
You really specialize in non-alcoholic beer. Why did you choose to go that route?
If I have to be honest, I'd been drinking since I was 14, 15 years old, always under the cloud of alcohol my entire life. And a few years back, my wife and I abstained. We took a sabbatical from alcohol. But during that time, I had cravings for beer, and I curbed those cravings through non-alcoholic beer and realized that there's nowhere that didn't revolve around alcohol. So I was like, why not create something?
Yeah, because you were sitting around like, I'm the odd man out here. Everybody's drinking and I'm ordering lemonade or something like that, right?
And I'm not good with temptation, so I know if I'm going to a bar hearing live music, I'm gonna succumb to whatever the beverage is on tap.
A lot of national brands out there, they're getting into the non-alcoholic game, right? And then they're making that a big deal. What sets you guys apart from those?
We're community first. We're building this tap room. There's really nowhere in Illinois that you can go to get tapped non-alcoholic beer. Having a draft beer, as you know, is pretty special, and it adds a different element
Tastes
to
way better.
beer drinking.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're really focused on a wide variety of beers, so we want to have every single SKU like a normal brewery would have, and every single flavor. So it's not just limited to like one beer of like Heineken Zero or something like that. But if you want a variety, like that's where Go Brewing can really shine.
It's kind of like a movement in a sense. Do you consider it a movement?
I think that we're moving forward, not backwards with this. If you think about the general population, 40% of Americans don't drink. And if you think about the 60% that do, a lot of them want moderation.
One thing I noticed right away when coming to the bar was the pictures you have behind the bar here of different people. And you were telling me that different people here inspired the beers that are on tap. What went into that decision?
So we are about storytelling. We're about celebrating humanity. We're about celebrating people's journeys. So each beer, to your point, is inspired by someone. And on the back of the beer, there's a little QR code, and you could get a snippet of that story, but then follow up and hear the rest of it on our website.
Wow. So really community-focused beer in a sense.
That's right.
Well, I'm really curious to see how it's made. Can we check that out?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
So this is the brew house. This is essentially the first part of the process where the beer is actually made.
Okay.
Once the beer is made, it goes into these fermenters.
So this takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it takes about 2 weeks, about half the time as it would take to make a normal beer. It's non-alcoholic beer, so it doesn't have the alcohol in there to act as a preservative. Therefore, from the fermentation process to the brew house to the bright tanks, we're constantly doing testing. We spend a lot of effort and capital in our lab, so we have a lab in-house too.
Other breweries, the ones that have alcohol in their beer, if they're off by 1%, 2% on the alcohol content, hey, it's all good, right?
That's right.
You guys, not so much of that leash, right?
No, we don't have any wiggle room. If it's above 0.5%, it's considered beer.
Wow.
And we have a lot of people, like I talked about, that are not drinking for health reasons. We're making beer. It's just the methodology is a little bit different, and the ratios are a little bit different. Other than that, we have everything it takes to make full-strength beer. We just choose to make the non-alcoholic and low-alcoholic beer.
Let's taste some beer, shall we?
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
So we are drinking here the suspended in a Sunbeam Pilsner.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's crisp, that's refreshing, and you do taste those floral notes.
So this next one is the Burn It Down IPA.
The Burn It Down IPA.
Burn it down. Cheers.
Okay. Tropical, citrus, yeah.
One of my faves. And here's the newest fresh one that we have. It's the Prophet's Hazy. About 70 calories. And I have to say, to put that in perspective, most hazy IPAs are about 300.
That's the best part. Hey, cheers to that. Best part about all these, tastes like beer. Tastes like.
You know why? Because it's beer.
Because it is beer.
Yeah.